your partners have to trust you and have to believe that you're looking out for them. And that'll carry you over for the rest of your career because they'll want to do business with you no matter where you are.
You're listening to the Affiliate Marketing Podcast brought to you by AffyVerseMedia.com, the chapter and verse of everything you need to know about running a successful affiliate program for your business. Now, here's your award-winning affiliate and performance marketing host, an industry veteran, your affiliate marketing guide, and the founder of Affyverse, Leanne Johnston.
Think you know everything about running a SaaS affiliate program? Well, think again. Today's guest, John Labruto, has spent decades in the trenches managing affiliate programs from tech giants like GetResponse and Ionis Hosting. John's about to reveal the game-changing strategies that separate thriving SaaS affiliate programs from those that are barely scraping by. What if the key to exponential growth isn't chasing those high-profile partnerships, but rather mastering a critical metric that 90% of programs ignore? Get ready to discover why your focus on big-name affiliates might be holding you back and how unlocking the secrets of affiliate activation rates could transform your affiliate program's trajectory. Get ready for a masterclass in SaaS affiliate marketing, including why your conversion metrics might be telling the wrong story and surprising truths about what really drives sustainable program growth. If you're running a SaaS affiliate marketing program or thinking about launching one for your business, this affiliate marketing episode is your roadmap to avoiding the costly mistakes that sink programs before they even get started. Welcome to the Affiliate Marketing Podcast with me, your host, Leanne Johnston. And this week, I've got somebody really special on the podcast, John Labruto, who has, I guess he's a goat. Like, if we're going to be honest with you guys, before we get into the nuts and bolts of it, he's been around in the affiliate industry for many years. He's the founder of Yes to Affiliates, an agency focused on helping advertisers to develop and implement their affiliate marketing strategy. He also runs New to Affiliates, which helps publishers learn about how to start making money in affiliate marketing. And John was also the former head of affiliate marketing at GetResponse, a director of Liquid Web, VitalPlan, and Ionis Hosting. So some pretty big brands there, John, that you've had experience in running affiliate marketing programs for. Plus, he's also a really good speaker at conferences like Affiliate Summit over in the US. So if that's not enough of an introduction to get you excited about this week's podcast, I don't know what is. John, it's a pleasure to have you here with me today.
Thank you for having me, Leanne. I appreciate it. Good to be here.
Absolutely. So we're going to be talking about SaaS affiliate programs. So I get asked a lot by SaaS companies that are going to market, when's a good time for me to get into affiliate marketing? How do I start an affiliate program? What are sort of the things that I need to know? And there wasn't really anybody else that I could think of to bring on to this podcast to talk about that other than you, with all the experience that you've had. So to kick things off, John, what are some of the foundational elements that go into building a successful SaaS affiliate program? And where do people that have built great tech actually need to begin?
A SaaS affiliate program is very different than what you would have under the normal circumstances in the industry. You have retail, you have tech, you have all these different things. And one of the things you have to understand is you're selling a service, so that service is a piece of what the revenue will be for the company. So there's a long-term revenue element, hopefully, if there's retention, and there's a smaller revenue element up front. That opens the door to a lot of different scenarios where you have to say, how am I attributing success? Are we attributing success from a free account? Are we taking those leads and nurturing them and then having a process so that we can attribute for the paid account? The paid account is only going to be a portion normally of what the revenue is. So how do we commission that and prevent fraud, understand exactly how commissions are incentivized, but at the same time, doesn't expose the company? So the overall commission structure, understanding how attribution would work, understanding exactly how much of the upfront you want to pay or shared commission you would want to pay with a potential affiliate. These are things that you have to consider before you even start. And the revenue element of it is important too, because you could start out with a very high percentage of commission on a recurring program, but you got to remember, you're going to live with that for forever. Yeah. Those relationships don't go away. And it's not like you're selling a pair of shoes and you're giving them 50% of the retail price and somehow you're squeaking out a profit. This is a long-term operational profit consideration. So there are things that have to be considered ahead of time. I would always recommend moving into this space, no matter retail, SaaS, And there's no downside because you're bringing traffic into your website. That traffic is probably higher than the organic traffic or higher than certain other elements like PPC traffic because they're a little warmer and they'll have a higher conversion percentage. But also there's an element of increased stickiness, right? Because that's the whole part of SaaS. You can sell something for a month, but that doesn't do anything for anybody. You want to sell long-term. You want to have a very sticky product and you want to keep that customer as long as possible. And that's bringing in the right customer, having them warmed up in the right way. And then also the next step is to make sure that customer knows how to use your service, right? But at the same time, you're looking at trying to bring in the right customer. So there's a lot of different things to really consider before you start on all of this. And then there's the foundational element of how we're going to begin this program. Is it going to be on a network? Are we going to develop an in-house product? What's the best network? How many networks should we work with? Years ago, the networks are regional. So you had 10 networks you were working with. Now, most of them are pretty ubiquitous. You may be working with 1 or 2 at this point. So it's a lot of things to consider. But that basically is how you get started.
So pricing is a big consideration, and also the format or the way that the program is set up, the infrastructure of the program is very important. So before we get to that, though, is there a question that SaaS businesses need to be asking themselves in terms of, am I ready for an affiliate program? And what would you say is the right kind of life cycle stage for a SaaS tech company to go, yeah, I'm good to go on affiliates? Is there a certain point to get to where it's, okay, we can't max out Facebook ads anymore? What are we doing next to reach our customer? Tell us about that.
I would say that it should be part of your branding strategy in the beginning. Basically, the holdup in affiliate marketing is going to be setting it up and having it properly attributed and the strategy mapped out correctly for the growth, right? So branding and affiliate marketing go hand in hand. Affiliate marketing, especially in SaaS companies, usually are a channel that penetrates new markets in a way, especially if it's established. So it's a no cost thing, right? You're rev sharing. You're not laying out capital that isn't going to have a return on investment. It automatically does if you have a commission structure that attributes sales. The consideration of leads or frees, that's really where you have to focus to see, because that's where you would potentially lose money or have a lower ROI. But one of the things you really do want to understand is, and one thing I didn't mention on the foundation part is, the SaaS product from a marketing standpoint is completely different, right? So think about, you buy shoes, it's an impulse buy. You buy some retail product, travel product that worked in travel, it's an impulse buy. It's something that someone wants to do, or even if they had no need for it, on the need buy category, they see it, they see a set impulse buy.
Something resonates,
This is not an impulse buy. There's no one waking up in the morning, turning on their computer, seeing an ad for a web domain and saying, I got to have that because it's on sale, or an email product. It's a need buy, but then it becomes an opportunity buy. So that's really where I'm getting at, right? So you have a need for the product, you're getting warmed, you're trying to figure out what your best possible scenario is, who to go with, how to structure your budget to maximize what your plan is. But then there's an opportunity buy, right? So it's a very short window, and that customer is only going to probably buy once within a long time period. So it's warming up the market, capturing the customer, but then not having an opportunity to sell them something else unless it's internal or upgrade or optimizing that customer, multi-channel, whatever. Some companies have many different tentacles so they can use that lead to HR, all these different particular verticals. But for the most part, that's it. You find them, make sure that they're ready to buy or need your product, then warm them up to get ready to buy, and then try to capture them. And then that becomes an opportunity. When you're developing that strategy, you can't go into this thinking that it's a normal product that you're going to be able to sell. And your tactics are very different than you would do for retail or B2C or things like that. Getting into publisher types, which I think is going to be next on the question, you have to remember, these are folks that need to be able to have some intelligent conversation on your product, be able to recommend your product to the audience that is looking for your product, and then also be able to really focus on capturing that opportunity or getting that traffic then. But anyway, I digress.
No, it's great because I think most people think, oh, I've got a successful business. I've got some visits coming to my site. I'm just going to launch an affiliate program quickly to scale very fast. And you and I both know that's not the case. Like
No.
a proper affiliate program has to be set up strategically and it has to meet multiple touch points. And I think you hit the nail on the head there in terms of for you to know that you're ready for an affiliate program, you need to be wanting to increase your brand awareness.
Right.
Because in a SaaS product, branding goes hand in hand with affiliates. So this isn't about incrementality. And this is one of the idiosyncrasies that we actually face with SaaS products when we're dealing with affiliate strategies with clients, is that they are overly worried about the incremental uplift.
Yeah.
Because they naturally assume that everybody's going to find them on their direct homepage. And the problem is that you need to have a much bigger brand awareness piece and educational piece happening with a SaaS program than worrying just about incremental sales from non-direct. So talk to us a little bit about what a healthy SaaS affiliate program should look like. And in the buyer awareness journey, which is what you've just mapped out, what kinds of affiliates do you need to be attracting into this program once you've decided the price points, the infrastructure and the technology and how you're going to be running your program? Who do you actually really go after? And how does a SaaS program differ in makeup of affiliate types to like a retail program, for example, just to give everybody an overview of how different it is?
So about 20 years ago, I substituted at a college level course on e-commerce, and the internet was new, and these kids in school were learning to eventually really become affiliate marketers. And the first thing I do in the class the first day is basically say, you have a website, you just spent a lot of time and money on that product or brand or message, and you're launching. And the one thing that you forgot to do was nobody cares. It's not like, oh, I got a sign and the light's on and everyone's going to come, but it still rings true today because it's the same thing, right? You know, especially nowadays with the changes in Google algorithms, the AI impact, all of these different things, you have to get to your website. That's the bottom line. The idea that somehow people are just going to find you without branding, without marketing strategies is just not going to happen, right? Especially if you don't have a brick and mortar, and that's even a different strategy altogether, obviously. So you have to find ways to get people to your site. So you have to think about, how do I want to do this? SaaS really works well with soft sell.
Okay.
So that you're warming up an audience with affiliate marketers that basically have this soft sell approach, or you're creating in a different kind of channel, blogs that talk about your industry and talk about how to make things work for that particular customer demographic. And then eventually you say, hey, and you know, our products here too. So we're really looking for content oriented publishers, folks that are either in your vertical or are willing to expand into your vertical. Those are always great, especially if they pop, and really have a reach to the demographic that you're looking to bring in. Like at GetResponse, we were looking for small business owners. So that was basically what we were trying to do, find people that were starting businesses. And if they're starting businesses, they may need web hosting, they may need email marketing, may need CRM, all these different things. That demographic can go to a publisher, learn how to start a business, insurance, things like that, and then link off to us. And then there's a chicken egg. Do I need a website? Do I need email marketing? What do I need first, right? So there's all these different concepts. The listicle kind of folks that give you top 10 best, once they've decided, all right, I do need this particular channel and who's the best at it. You know, the folks that are training companies. One of my biggest partners was a training company. They were teaching people how to become affiliate marketers. Email marketing is part of affiliate marketing. So that was something that we really focused on. And those are great because you're getting folks in, and it's a question of making sure, and they come in learning your product, right? As part of the deal. It's a wonderful kind of scenario. Trade organizations. If you're small business and you have opportunities for small business owners, it's just even organically bringing your product to them during conferences or organizational websites. But if you make deals with those groups, oh my God, you have access to just a CRM company. Realtors need CRM. So that's an example. One thing you don't want to do in my opinion, is look at things like coupons and loyalty and rewards under the existing terms of the vertical, right? So that's a danger zone because you're offering a commission that is much higher than your first 1 or 2 months of payment. And it's really incredible how fast the folks or the nefarious folks out there figure this out and totally screw up your program for 2 weeks because you have 1,000 sales because they think that you're stupid enough to give them $100 for a $15 payment. And it's sometimes not the publisher. It has nothing to do with the affiliate. Got caught up in it because someone was working the system in a way that they were hoping that they would be able to make out a deal there, some sort of negative deal. But you have to control loyalty. I like some of the newer platforms for loyalty that are focused on SaaS where they're tied into the credit card company. So you only get paid back a percentage when you make your payment. Those are really cool. Those are things that I think traditional affiliate programs don't have a way to incorporate yet. But if you're starting a new one, it's a really good idea because that's a partnership with that particular company to give them a percentage back of their payments and have that stop if they stop payment or be able to effectively manage chargebacks. So anyway, those are things that you have to consider from a publisher type perspective. There are a lot out there. And then there's a question of, do you want to create a program that influences folks that are thinking about becoming affiliates and then give them the tools to create content and create a program that brings in traffic? That's going to be really incremental. But if you have 100,000 of them, it's pretty cool. That's what you're working with over time to try to develop that long tail base, but make that impact higher after a longer period of time.
And that does bring me to my next question, because there's some recent survey results that have just come out from the PMA over in the US about, I think they surveyed something like 300 brands or advertiser brands across all the different networks in the US. And it was something like the majority of affiliate programs that they surveyed had less than 50 affiliates active in them.
Yeah.
Which to me is just, it's a sin. It really is a sin because you are missing out on so much of that brand value that's happening with the education of your customer in the channel that they are at, which could then bring them to your site if you are overly concerned about incremental sales, which is really one of the biggest idiosyncrasies that I hear from SaaS product owners. And the reason for it is because most affiliate programs that are run by SaaS product owners are actually run by the owner themselves.
Right.
So the owner actually says, okay, we're now ready to go and do affiliate marketing or open up our marketing channels wider than direct to consumer. And they miss the objectivity of working with brand awareness partners. So not only the ones that are educating on the product, but the ones that are also talking about the features and the benefits of the product. So I totally agree with you in terms of the segmentation that you've listed out here, but also agree with what you said in terms of timing. Like there is a right time to use coupon and loyalty sites, and there's a wrong time to use coupon and loyalty sites. And the strategy is what differentiates that. You've managed a lot of affiliate programs in your lifetime. Okay, so you come bearing a lot of experience. What are some of the biggest challenges that SaaS affiliate programs have to overcome? So they've made the decision to open an affiliate program. They've done their due diligence. They've tried to launch it themselves. They've maybe got so far. Because I've seen many SaaS affiliate programs that launch and are incredibly successful because the product is great. And if the product is great, the client is going to come to you. But that doesn't mean that you saturate the entire market. You physically cannot saturate an entire market with your product if you don't leverage affiliate marketing as well, because your budgets aren't going to stretch far enough for you to pay to be in front of every single eyeball that might need your product and all the new companies that are coming to market after them. So what are some of the challenges that you've seen SaaS product affiliate programs maybe misalign on and get wrong and then have to fix later?
Yeah. One of the things that I love is a year after I start with someone, pulling up the Google searches on keywords and seeing all your boasts. You know you've done your work well if you see that, right? So you say you don't want to saturate with one channel, you don't, but that's the goal, right? Is to saturate as much of your partners into that organic search or even paid search as possible. But some of the things that you have to remember is you have to stand out.
Yeah.
right? As an affiliate program, you have to stand out. You have to be able to tell your publishers, this is what I can do for you, whether it's new publishers or existing publishers, but that message has to come across. So like for an existing publisher, like a Listicle, someone who's paying for traffic, someone that could really bring volume, it's all about EPC. You have to have a highly converting product, right? So that goes back to the marketing team. That goes back to the web development team. Your pricing page, your pages have to be clean. You have to be able to bring a customer in, and you're bringing them in warm and convert them at a high percentage. It used to be like 5-6%. I would say it's 8-9%. And if there's freemium, it's 10% and then 8-9% on top of that, going from one to the other. So the bottom line on professional affiliates is when you're making your sales pitch to them to try to get that volume, you have to have performance metrics that work. Otherwise, you're going to pay a fortune in commissions, right? I can pay you as an affiliate $100 if I have a 10% conversion rate, but I got to pay you $200 if I have a 5% conversion rate.
Yeah.
People focus on commission, but ultimately it's EPC, right? At the end of the day, it's earnings per click, and it's what that conversion rate is, associated with the commission rate, and how much I'm making. So that's one element of it, right? Make sure that your program is operating and functioning in a highly optimized way as an affiliate program manager or as someone who's running your affiliate program. You have to work with your marketing team to make sure that your conversions are high as possible. And that could be, I'm not putting them on the normal pricing page. I'm developing my own. I'm not doing learn more or try free. I'm doing buy now, things like that. So the other element of it is on newer affiliates, you got to get them to get active.
Yeah.
You were just talking about that, right? We have so many opportunities to recruit. You can have organic methods of recruitment, lots of blogs. You can have best affiliate programs. You can reach out to say, earn money. You can do all these different things to attract people to enter the affiliate marketing channel.
Yeah.
But once you get them signed up, what's the percentage of sign up to activation? That's the biggest mistake that affiliate marketers make, is just putting all their resources into trying to recruit affiliates and limited amount of resources into activating them. And activating them is the key. And that's bringing them in, giving them data, showing them how to sell, giving suggestions, offering communication to review their work. It's hard. Sometimes you need a lot of people to work with a lot of affiliates to get them active. But if you get activation rates up to 30%, I mean, believe it or not, that's a high number. You would think, Jesus. But if you get activations up to 30%, your program will grow. It'll grow organically. You'll have that 10, 15% growth just off of your recruitment via activations. And then what do you do with those activations? You have to monitor and see if anybody pops, because if you have this self-service model where you're slightly touching these folks and being able to give them the information they need, create libraries, data sources, reference points for them to learn how to become affiliate marketers, if they're really good at it, you want to try to get in there and help them become great at it, right? So that's your pop. You're looking for golden nuggets, right?
Yeah, that's the golden nugget. And it is a really important golden nugget, because people with experience will realize slowly as they grow their career that affiliates have a choice. You are not the only SaaS product that they can promote.
Or product. They don't have to be SaaS. They could go off to do something else. Whatever's going to make them money. We know, right? Affiliate marketers just want to make money.
And the thing is that the sooner you build those personable relationships and add that extra layer of personalization and humanization to your affiliate program, that is when your program does really start to grow. So you cannot, as a SaaS product, ignore the importance of customer service to your affiliates. Because a lot of SaaS product developers and owners that I speak to and help, they are so hyper-focused on customer UX, UI, and conversion. And that's great for their affiliates, but they're not as worried about the customer UX, UI, and conversion. And
on the affiliate side.
And you're missing a whole segment of your customer base, because most SaaS products, their affiliates will actually also use the product.
Exactly. And you want them to use the product. That's the best affiliate, is someone who's actively using your product, making money on it, and then can basically transfer that knowledge. All those SaaS companies out there that may or may not be listening to this, invest in your affiliate program. I have to tell you, I've spent my entire career with a 1, 2, 3 person operation maximum, but carrying 30 or 40% of the company revenue. And it's at some point you're like, guys, gals, people, give me more resources. Give me the ability to make more money, right? And even if it isn't a question of hyper growth, it's sustainable growth. You have the ability to retain what you've created and then build on it. Because the other thing that SaaS companies or any affiliate marketing company don't understand is it can go away tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's not forever, right? You're sitting there as an affiliate manager doing budget for next year, and it's going to be based on what you did last year.
Yeah.
But this isn't someone who's re-upping. This is new revenue, right? That's what you usually measured on. This is a whole new group of people every month from last year to this year. So it's not like you have any synergies or correlation to the last year's performance. It's the sustainable growth model, right? So the affiliates that ran in August of last year may or may not be the affiliates that produce for you this August, right? So you have to be able to understand that this has to be something that is sustainable, that is constantly being monitored, constantly growing, because you're going to lose affiliates, you're going to gain affiliates. So it's always a new thing that is in flux constantly. So one of the things that drives me crazy, you come into a company, you have 30% growth your first year because basically you're knowledgeable, you can clean up the mess, you can fix things, you can find opportunities that weren't found. But then they expect you to do it next year.
Yeah.
And it's, guys, you can't have 30% growth every year with one guy or two guys.
There's a natural life cycle to an affiliate program, and the SaaS industry even more so.
Right.
And it does depend on product development, how the team's growing, what your competitive landscape is, what your competitors are doing. It's actually highly correlated to a lot of factors. And that's why when people often ask us to create KPI targets and plans, I'm literally thucking my thumb in and sticking it up in the air going, okay, which way is the wind blowing today? Let me see what I can do.
I mean, the world event influence. So like, a Get Response, when Russia invaded Ukraine, it's a Polish company. Yeah. We stopped working with Russia. That was 10% of the business that we lost. I wouldn't want to do business with Russia. I get it. But how do you build your 30% growth, 10% down when it wasn't factored in the plan?
No, that's a really good point. You would be able to do it if you had a properly segmented affiliate program and weren't relying on any one type of partner. So
agreed.
Another reason why you need to go look at your program and segment it out and have more than 50 active affiliates in your program relying on it.
Exactly. Like you said, scaling is interesting and fun, but that's the fun part, man. Like that's the whole point. That's what we're doing. Once getting it started and getting it working and getting it optimized, that's the grunt work. Optimization and scaling it up is the fun part, right? That's when you feel like you've accomplished something. Turning on the switch is about experience and really understanding. Basically, you're creating an environment that you should be creating as an expert, but then scaling and optimizing is really where it's at.
So here in the UK, we've got something called the Big British Bake Off, the Great British Bake Off. And I think affiliate marketing is a little bit like baking, because you got 20 cooks in the kitchen. They all have the same amount of ingredients, the same instructions, but boy, oh boy, do those cakes come out completely differently.
Completely different.
And that is the difference between you running your own program where your cake is slightly lopsided when it comes out of the oven because it wasn't beaten properly, or you have the creme de la creme and the absolute showstopper, which is when you use an expert. It does play nicely into this conversation, but it is a bit of a gripe that I'm having with the industry at the moment, where you have people that ask you for advice, think that they can take that advice and go and implement it. But what they're forgetting is that as the expert, you've spent 25 years honing your craft, knowing what the signs are and reacting to them before they happen. And that is the measure of success. It is not the plan, the ingredients, the price point, or any of those other levers that get pulled by people that are a little bit less experienced than you. It is all of the sum of all of the knowledge that you've gathered together. And I guess that brings me nicely into my next kind of question or segment of this podcast, which is, when do you know that you need to ask an expert? And why do SaaS companies seem to want to avoid that? They don't seem to place a lot of faith in consultants or agencies, and I can't understand why.
because they're developing software, they're technically focused. They think that no challenge is, there's no challenge they
Right.
can succeed at. And
Yeah.
you talk about baking and being a chef, and it's all about chemistry, right? Chemistry is about partnerships and being able to have relationships, right? That's not the science end of it. That's the relationship end of chemistry. But that's the point, is you just can't turn it on and walk away. You're constantly trying to figure out how to make this work. It's a little stressful. It's why I have gray hair.
All of us, mate.
It's not where you could just sit back and watch it happen. Whereas you really
Yeah.
have to get into because there's always something, right? You and I had a conversation last week where there was a fraud issue. Well, there's always some sort of emergency, that you have to just dive into. And sometimes it's not like apparent what happened, right? So you really have to dive in. And sometimes you can forecast it. You can get ahead of it. That great part, if you're able to stop something from happening. It's investment also. You create an affiliate marketing program thinking it's just going to be ROI and it's just going to be an investment on after sales, basically paying a commission. But there's so many things that you have to do to invest, just like any other marketing channel. And it's getting worse. When I first started, it was probably all commissions and it was just about commissions. And now you're seeing so much content that people want you to pay for. There's really a focus on having a manageable budget in the program where you can go ahead and go out and pay people to do things that normally they should have been doing just to sell your product and get commissions. And it's frustrating from an affiliate manager's perspective because I'm really cheap with other people's money. Fortunately, I'm not cheap with my money. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So you want to be able to join marketplaces. You want to be able to do some search engine optimization, at least with the program and recruitment. But you want to be able to have ongoing communications with your affiliate and segment them, like you said. But you may not want to have the same message for everybody. You may have different affiliate types that you want to really focus in your messaging. I've always noticed that whenever you have too much messaging, you get the unsubscribe, so you don't want to go that route. But if you have just the right amount of messaging, you see the program grow because you're reminding people that you're out there and you're reminding people that these are the things that you need to do to help us sell and you're going to make money so those kind of communications are really important. Whether you recruit someone or not, it's branding, right? It's about yourself or the company that you're working for. But really spending money these days and having a reasonable budget and working with folks that want to develop good content and then owning it because you paid for it, right? Helps you really get that penetration that you're looking to do. And that helps the program at the end of the day. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you threw money to the wind because that's the problem with judging if something's going to be effective or not. But you have to take those risks. And if you're risk averse as a SaaS company, you're not going to have that kind of growth that you're looking for.
The other thing as well is, communication is great and it's good for affiliates, but you also need to be listening to what your affiliates are telling you because they are often your best clients. Use them not only as a source of branding and as a source of incremental growth, but use them also for product development.
Buy them a drink and find out what your competitors are doing.
Correct.
No one is tight-lipped in our industry. Everyone loves talking about what they do with who and how they do it, right? Unless there's really a secret sauce that's proprietary. That's how you find out is you have relationships with top players. You learn about the market. You listen to them because they give you great advice. Because at the end of the day, you're the blocker for them to make money if you're not doing what they need you to do. And you learn so much. And that's how you make friends long-term over many companies.
All right. One final tip for success as we wrap this one up.
My one final tip is learn about your program, create something that's sustainable, document it. Because really, if you leave a company and move on to something else, you want that company to succeed because at the end of the day, you built something that you want to be sustainable. So document all of those things. But really the key here is get out there, stand out, have a very high performance program, be able to work with your marketing team. Make sure you set expectations within the company. That's the key. If you could set the proper expectations, then no matter what happens, they'll understand that you're an expert. They'll understand the market and you have what it takes to take them to the next level, whether the next level is coming out of a slump or not. So really that management of expectations, that anticipating the next thing that's going to happen that being able to understand that you're going to lose affiliates and you're going to gain affiliates every month. And your program this year is going to be completely different than it was last year, and it will be next year. And being able to kind of work those currents in order to have that trend line go up throughout that kind of nightmare of things that go on, and not sit back and just watch it happen, right? That's something that sometimes people do. I've gone through many different SaaS programs. I've made very, very close relations with top partners. I understand how to bring new partners on. But the bottom line is it's being an advocate for the affiliate as an affiliate manager, as an example. Because at the end of the day, you want to do what's right for your company. You want to do what's right for your brand. You want to have a successful program. But your partners have to trust you and have to believe that you're looking out for them. And that'll carry you over for the rest of your career because they'll want to do business with you no matter where you are. So that, from an affiliate manager's perspective, that's my big tip. Watch out for both. Be loyal to your company, but also be true to your affiliate, especially the larger affiliates and even the smaller affiliates, right? I do conferences. I talk to new affiliates. I teach them or try to teach them how to become affiliates. And then I correspond with them over time. There's a loyalty there. They will work with my programs because I helped them years ago develop their program. So it's just about being a good guy and being a good person that really is interested in people and interested in companies and trying to do what's best for everyone and being loyal. So that's my big tip, right? I guess that works.
There was a lot more than one big tip. There was loyalty, trust, and being responsible. And I think that sums up the perfect summary of what every affiliate manager should be striving to do. So thank you for coming on this podcast, for sharing some of your insights about running SaaS affiliate programs and the idiosyncrasies that go with it. It has been an absolute pleasure to have you on the podcast this week, and looking forward to seeing you at some of those affiliate summits.
Sounds great, Leanne. Thank you so much for having me. I enjoyed this very much.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of your affiliate program skyrocketing. Intrigued? Then you need to know about Affiverse magazine. This isn't just another industry publication. It's your personal affiliate marketing powerhouse. Imagine having a mentor, a strategist, a productivity coach, all rolled into one sleek square package that sits right on your desk, helping you to grow your affiliate program every single quarter. Affiverse magazine is the quarterly toolkit you've been dreaming of. It's packed with cutting-edge insights, expert interviews, and a full promotional calendar brimming with ideas to keep you ahead of the curve. But here's where it gets really exciting. We've included guided planning sheets and goal-setting tools that turn your big ideas into actionable steps. It's like having an accountability partner that never sleeps. Whether you're mapping out your next big campaign or planning your affiliate conference schedule, the Affiverse magazine keeps you on track and fired up. And the best part? This game-changing resource is available to you to download digitally or order in print. But wait, there's more. Join our exclusive club and you'll get the premium print edition delivered to your door every single quarter. Plus, you'll unlock a treasure trove of perks, including live strategy sessions with industry titans and VIP access to our in-person events. Don't let another quarter slip by without this secret weapon in your arsenal. Head to affiversemedia.com, click on the magazine button at the top of the homepage, and order your print copy of the Affiverse magazine today. Your desk, your affiliates, and your business will thank you.